Welcome everybody to Cathedral Gorge State Park. This is such an incredible state park. It's a small little one, but it is packed full of so many cool features. It's located off US 93 in Nevada. And though we are just across the border from Utah, this state park reminds me a lot of the national parks in Utah. It kind of seems like it takes a little bit of each of the national parks in Utah and they've stuck them all here in Nevada in Cathedral Gorge. So I'm going to explore this. It's my first time here. I've seen photos of here for years from friends that just never made it here. Right now I'm at the pay station. I had just driven in. This is just maybe a mile in. As soon as you turn off US 93, there's a visitor center, which I picked up a small map and stuff. So the map, it's a little breezy. Let's see if I can set it here on the rock a little bit, get it a little more solid for you guys. But we're down here. You can see the visitor center was to the right. We just did there right now. Whoops, the shadow's in the way. We're right here. We're going to go up to the day use area. And well, right here, there's a split up here where you can go to camping. But right here, we're going to go up the day use area. We're going to go to the slot canyons here where it says moon slots. Lots of cool stuff there, what I've seen from photos. Then a little bit of gravel road, she said. There's a campground area there. But we're going to continue up this way to another area where we can park. And there's a bunch of trails off from here. Also, if you're on US 93, before you turn in here, you could go up this way. It's about 2 miles, she said. And you go up here to this spot, turn in there and come here. And there's a couple trails, Eagle Point Trail and some other stuff there. So we are going to go start exploring. Let me get back in my car. Let's get going. We're going to drive up this road. I'm not sure if we'll stop along the way yet or not. As I said, this is my first time here and I'm so excited. I've been wanting to come here for years and finally I am here. So let's get back in the car and let's get driving. Here's that pull off or that turn off for the campground. That's heading over that way. We're not going to go over there, not today. We'll explore that another time. For now, I just want to see the main part of the park. Here's our first little pull-out area. I think we're going to stop here. Let me pull in over here and let's explore a little bit what we see right here. Because I believe the moon slots are just right from here. All right, let me get out of the car and we will get back to you in just a second. I have already walked out there and taken a few photos. I just heard some birds flying by, so I paused for a second to see what kind of birds were flapping their wings. Just some crows, it looks like. But I've walked out here and taken a couple photos already, so I could just do a little bit of video in here without having to interrupt with stopping to take photos, although there's no guarantee. this looks. It's amazing how this is eroded like this. It's interesting because it's like soft enough to erode like this, but yet it still hangs in there. It's not like, you know, it looks almost like a pile of molten mud sitting here, but the next rainstorm, it's not gone, it's still here. Probably parts of it is eroded away, but just minuscule. But over years, this will, I guess, eventually be gone. Look how neat this is. So this first pull out and stop area after we paid is the Moon Caves and Moon Slots area. As I said, this is my first time here, so I'm going to be just exploring and seeing what I come across. I'm mainly here just for the beauty. Then also I've seen some people photograph the Milky Way and stuff here, so I've got that in mind where I want to keep my eyes open for the Milky Way. These small little baby outcroppings here. My friend Doug would just have a field day right here. He's probably already been here. He was a geology teacher in college. He would have a field day, or he probably already has had field days here. I'm betting, and I'll have to ask him later, but I'm betting as a teacher, he took his students on field trips like up to Glacier and all over. I'd be willing to bet he probably took them on a field trip here. Look at how awesome this is. So we've still got some shadows. And the shadows for our photograph will provide some little bit of depth so it doesn't look quite so flat. Although I don't plan on walking very far, I mean, I do plan on walking to the north, which is where I think it shows that is the Moon Canyon, or the Moon Slots, I mean. I want to go through those. I've got water with me, even though I'm not far away at all from my truck. Walk up here. It looks like some people walked up here. There's a little opening here. Let's investigate what's over here. I'm gonna, as soon as we look, I'm gonna have to come back here and take a photo of this right here. Yay, the Moon Cave right there. I don't think so. Just a joke. But this kind of has like a little bit of a feeling of a slot canyon right here. I don't think it's going to go very far, but how neat this looks. Yeah, it just dead ends right there. Get an idea here. We can look, see what kind of makes up these columns of mud and clay. A lot of rocks mixed in there. I want to take a photo or two. Let me set you guys down here real fast. I'm going to take a couple photos there. You can enjoy the view here for a second. While I take a photo. I kind of like, look at this right here. It's got dark brown on that side, light brown on this side. Kind of cool how it's two-toned like that. Of course, you got the lighter tone colors there and then the darker browns up there. That was really cool. I needed to stop to take a few photos there. Here's some people off in the distance. They are riding their bikes. Or their bikes are riding them, because it looks like they're e-bikes. So you never can tell who's actually riding who with an e-bike. I prefer the old-fashioned type of bike. This is really cool how you got these little bitty baby ones poking out. We're going to walk down here and explore this area a little bit more. This section here kind of reminds me of Capital Reef a little bit. When you get back into the Temple of the Sun and Moon and that off that Cathedral road there. Has a very similar look. Well, let me pick this back up when we get just right up over there. So we've got a couple girls up there that are going to go explore the moon slots. I'll let them explore, and we'll walk over here for a minute. All of this is just so incredible. I think I need to take a photo here. like this angle right here. Get a little bit of the shadow from it, help show a little bit more depth there. Sure is incredible. For some reason this kind of all of a sudden reminds me of an organ, like those really old-fashioned organs that had all the pipes, you know, the pipes going up and then different levels of the pipes. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I'm going to head back over to the moon slots. I think we've maybe given the girls enough of a head start to get ahead of us so that they're not in our video. Let's get to exploring the moon slots now. Nice little sign here so we know where they're at. We'll have to see how these slots rack up to and compare to some of the ones like in Escalante, or in Goblin Valley's got some slots. I mean, they might be a little bit different because like we saw in that one, these rocks have a lot of, I mean, these piles of, I'm gonna have to ask my friend Doug, clay, have a lot of rocks and stuff stuck in them, whereas some of the other slots, it's just like pure red sandstone. All right, here's our first little narrow slot. We are sliding through here. We made it. Hit the sides a little bit with my water bottle. Ooh, the temperatures in here has dropped, maybe even 20 degrees, at least 10 or 15. It was warm out there, but it's actually a little bit chilly in here. See if we can look up with my gimbal if it doesn't get too crazy on me. I like this. When you're looking up and when you're inside a slot. Found a dead end here. How tall? It's probably like 40 feet tall there. Did I miss a turnoff? I thought it was going to be longer than this. Nothing back in there. That must be the spot where they crawl through. All right, you guys, I'm gonna have to go back to my truck and leave off one of my cameras because I've got a second camera with a long lens on it. I am not fitting through there. So let's go try it again. Our first little narrow slot right there. Wasn't very wide, wasn't very long. We had to squeeze in a little bit. And in here is the secret little opening just to the left there. Not very big. We're gonna have to crawl through here. Yeah, I definitely couldn't have brought all my camera gear in here with me. I've got just the one camera and it's in its camera bag right now because we will be on our hands and knees and maybe even our belly to get through here. I'm gonna have to go sideways. My water bottle, you can hear it crunching. Yeah. This is not the easiest. I'm rotating because I'm going to have to bend to the right up here. There's the opening. Just right here. It's just a short little 10-foot area. that you've got to scoot through. Not going to want a bunch of gear. Whew. All right, took a sand bath there. My thumb hit the rotate knob on here. But there's where we came through, right there. Amazing. This is very narrow here. You can see it's just enough room for a foot there. Another sideways. A little hard to hold the gimbal there. Let me set it down at drag and reach and set it right here. Maybe. I needed two hands. Okay, it continues on that way. There's also a rope here to pull yourself up this way, which I definitely couldn't hold the gimbal and climb at the same time. But look at that, it looks cool. Like there's an arch up there. Hey, there you are. Hello.
We made our way through.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Yeah, it's crazy back there, huh?
Yeah.
So did you go up the rope?
We went through the tunnel.
Oh, there's another tunnel? Oh, I didn't know.
There's 3 tunnels.
Oh, I just thought there was that first one.
Yeah, no, this one's the worst one. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
My mom did it though.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, that one, because I still have my camera and stuff with me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I had to like go sideways and rotate and
that one,
twist.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like.
This one is a little bit
Intense.
All right, maybe I'll skip that one.
I'm like, I can take a video and do it if you want me to though.
I can take a video of you doing it.
But yeah, it just like, it goes and then it wiggles that way and then it wiggles back this way and then that way again. So it's like probably 3 times as long as that one. But it's like.
And it's a lot smaller.
And it's a lot smaller. Ooh. But you came back from over here though, right?
Yeah, that goes for a little
Yeah, that's super cool.
So it connects also, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it doesn't.
That
Oh, that's
one
another
goes
one.
to a dead end.
Yeah, so this one goes
Ah.
and then there's like another little one behind it.
And then where's that lead?
Just and then to reach the dead end after that. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
like the 3 little tunnels and then. But you can do the rope over or you can go underneath.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right. I'll try this little dead end here first. Then I'll come back and I'll do the ropes. That was a nice little chit chat I had with the 2 girls. Looks like they're in college maybe. So I'm gonna go up this way. This is one they said was a dead end. But let's go up it and check it out. Getting very narrow here, but not quite as narrow as the entrance to get into here. I'm not sure I'll crawl into that other space, especially since it dead ends. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. Because if they barely fit, I'm a little bit bigger than them. And there's the dead end. It's kind of cool. That would make a neat photo. Let me walk back out. And I'll stop the video and I'll come back in here with just my camera, because I'm going to take a little time taking some photos in here. There's the rope up there. I'm going to go back up this area and I'm going to go take some photos right now. Well, it looks like it's time to head back through that small little tiny tunnel or cave with two openings, we can call it. Getting a little dead end there. Over here is where we've got to go. It's amazing when you think about it, how we even got through here. But we did. So we're off to go again. Hands and knees. There's where we're going. This section, I'm going to rotate my body to bend this way because now it curves to the right. Maybe because I've already done it once, it seems easier this time. Flop out onto the sand. They should put a mirror out here so you can see how dirty you are after you get out of there. Look at that. I'm gonna say that is 2.5 feet tall and maybe 18 inches wide, 16 inches wide. I don't know, but it was fun. Fun little adventure. I decided not to climb up the rope since I don't have anybody with me. And that other hole is just way too small. So it leads back to, that really small hole leads back to Just another little dead end opening. There's like 3 crawl spaces back there. It's just... I decided for a little exploration trip, I wasn't going to try that. Look how cool that looks. Well, now that we've done that, we've explored the majority of the moon slots. Time to put my sunglasses back on. It was a little dark in there without sunglasses, or with the sunglasses, it made it even darker, so took them off. Here's our first little... It's like the entrance exam here. If you can get through this, then you're not going to be doing too bad with the rest. Although it actually gets narrower than that inside there, huh? This is a cool view right here, huh? Well, I'm gonna stop and take a photo of this, head back to the truck, and let's continue on our little exploration of Cathedral Gorge State Park. Time to continue on. There's the parking spot for the moon slots. Just as I left, somebody was walking up, an older couple. Time to continue on our explorations here at Cathedral Gorge State Park. While we're driving, if you haven't taken the time to subscribe and like this video, please do so. I would really appreciate the help. We haven't gone very far, and you can tell these are like little parking spots, and they got the wood with the white top so you don't drive any further. I think we'll let you see what you can see from here for the purpose of this video. It's really some cool... Look at how neat that looks. That looks really, really cool. But I don't want this video to be any longer than it's going to have to be, because this is going to be a long video probably by the time we see everything. So we can come back and see that some more. In the meantime, we back up a little bit and we'll continue on the journey. I just wanted to see what was there. It's like just more of this cool eroded hillsides. Maybe we'll stop here and explore, because it looks like there could actually be a couple other little smaller slots right in here. All right, let's get out and let's explore. Yep, I tried to keep driving, but this was just too enticing. I had to stop again. Even though it kind of looks similar to where we first were at, it's different, you know? It's like, that's what's so cool out here, is it can look similar, but it's not the same. Really like that outcropping right there. Back up just a little bit, I want to take a photo. Catch basin for the sagebrush all back in there. Let's see what's back here. Yeah, look at another little shorter slot. We can go to the left a little bit. Go straight ahead. Or we can go to the right. Well, let's go to the right first. Should always be right to go right, right, right. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, again, wow, the temperature dropped immediately back in here. And I need to take my sunglasses off. Super cool. Hear me scraping. It's a little narrow. A lot of bird feathers on the ground here. I was thinking that was a dead end. It's so cool how it almost looks like somebody carved this out, like it's scraped out. Look at like the edges like that. Literally like something just scraped it like with a big spoon from top to bottom. And there's a hole here, and it ends right here. See how high up we can get? I can look straight up. Look at it. It's really cool. I like looking straight up in these slots. Well, I'm glad I decided to stop. I was just going to keep going, but I'm glad I stopped. I think I'll just video this, and after we get through each of these 3 sections, then I'll come back and take photos with my regular camera. This might be even kind of cooler than the official moon slot because it has just some cool features. I'm kind of liking it. You can tell me in the comments which you liked better. If you end up liking this section we're exploring here better, or the moon slots better, or they're just all awesome. Yeah, I love the shapes that can be made sometimes, like when you look up, like what's the shape there? It looks like a tomahawk, maybe, an axe. All right, that was the right one. We're back into the big middle area. Now let's go see how far this takes us. Getting narrower. This is like really narrow at the bottom. It's not even 12 inches wide. Like I can't, my boots have to be forward when I'm walking through here. And I can't step over my feet. I have to like take a step, bring up my other foot, next step. And this one ends here. It sure looks like somebody just scraped this. This is so cool. Another spot to look up. And I like when they're like this and there's like no opening to the sky at all. It's nothing but rock going up all around the image with the sun or the sky totally in the middle. So one thing, if you come back here, don't come back here in a tuxedo and your wedding dress. Make sure you wear some clothes that you don't mind getting dirty, because you will get a little dirty. And now back into the main big opening. Let's see how far this one goes. It's looking very narrow, very fast. This one looks like maybe it's a little shorter, but it tees off. Tees off into two dead ends, I think. One dead end over here. And then one dead end over here. Yeah, does it? But look at these edges. I mean, it's literally like somebody scraped this off. It's so interesting. Ooh, that looks like maybe a bird flying. Up there, the sky opening. Kind of like a bird in flight. This one here, let's see what we see from over this side. Looks like a seal. Maybe a seal. Wow, this is just really neat. Yeah, if you wanted to do some slot canyons, I've seen other photos of slot canyons. This is kind of cool because it's just a lot. Quite a few of the slot canyons I know, you have to hike a bit to get to. Unless you're going like Antelope Canyon. But like this one, you're just parking. It's just 20, 30 feet away from the opening. To come through here a little slow. I still have my camera over my shoulder, so not to bang it up. And this is the way back out. right, let me go back in there with my regular camera and take some photos, and I shall return. Welcome back, or should I say welcome back to myself. I'm back after taking some photos back in there. And what's interesting is I think I took the majority of the photos looking up to see the sky and all the cool shapes that was being made from that. Here's another opening. Let's see how far this one goes. This one's a little wider. Just so cool how these just like wind in through here like this. So awesome. These may not be the official moon slots, although maybe generally speaking all of these slots are moon slots. It's all kind of one big thing. I'm not sure since it's my first time here. But these are just really, really cool. That one goes up that way. This one goes back over here. Another area. This is where this one ends. Again, just such cool shapes up there. I see a bat, maybe a cat, maybe a squirrel. And yeah, this is the end of it. Get some really neat shapes up there. So this whole section looks like it's just tons and tons of these, you know, semi-short slots that you can go through. It's like 40, 50 feet long, 60 feet long. Just really awesome. And it looks different going back than it did coming in. So it's kind of cool. Take your time. It's going to look so awesome no matter which direction you're going. It's kind of neat. I'll finish walking out and then come back with my camera. There's my truck up ahead, parked in the little pull-out area. Oh, here's some people coming. I think I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to take some photos in there, and then we're going to continue on the road because there's just tons of little slots in here that you can come and explore all on your own when you come and visit Cathedral Gorge State Park. Well, continuing on, I looked at the map that I got from the visitor center before I started up the video, and the slots we were just in are called the canyon slots. So the very, very first moon slots that we said were the moon slots, those are the moon slots. They don't extend on beyond the moon slots. These are different ones that are called canyon slots. And as you saw, there's several of them. Ooh, look at this tower. I don't remember hearing about this. That's really cool. Look at that tower right there. That is super, super cool. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to park here though. As cool as it is, I'm going to continue on the road just a little bit. I think I see another car parked just up ahead. I'm going to go down there and then I'll walk back because I want to take some photos of the tower and video the tower, but I don't want my truck right in the photo. I'm not sure what angles I'll be photographing. So we'll just continue on here just a little bit. Wow, look at this is okay, so this is the end of the road. This is the end where you park and all the trails and stuff go off from here. How interesting. I mean, this whole road, I mean, if we wouldn't have keep stopping, you probably would drive the road in 4 minutes. It's a very short road and so many things packed into this little road. I'm gonna pull up here and park and let's walk back and check out that tower. I'm curious if it has a name. Maybe I saw a sign there. Maybe it'll tell us what the name of it is. Let's walk over to the tower now. Now that I've parked, looks like they've got some like really interesting, picnic areas here. Can't camp here, but you can come have dinner. What a place to do it in. It's like a little picnic table, little grill. Cook up some burgers or hot dogs. And there's the tower. I wonder what the history is behind this. See if they got a sign. I think they got a sign there. We can maybe find out. Can't go inside it. That's okay, we can see it from the outside. Let's see what it says. Water tower. Oh, it's a water tower. This tower was constructed by the Civilian Conservation Corps, CCC, during the mid-1930s, during the Depression. Yeah, the government had a bunch of these projects during the Depression for people. So it was part of a water system for the park. Water was pumped into the top section of the tower. There it flowed by gravity through pipeline to the picnic area. Because of the high alkaline content of the water, the well was capped and the system abandoned. Oh, weird. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that, right? You'd think it's like a lookout tower. That's what I would have thought. Some kind of lookout tower. But it looks really cool. Trying to decide how I'd want to photograph it. Maybe even just like this might just be the best. You can do a vertical and then a horizontal. Well, let me take a couple photos and then we'll continue on to check out some of those trails that are there where we parked. That tower was really cool. Let's check out the trails here, what they say for this. Another little picnic area up here. Just to my left, There was a nature trail that led to the campground, so you could hike from the campground to here. Oh, so here's, you can hike from here to the Miller Point Trail. So you could hike to the Miller Point, Juniper Draw Loop. So maybe that loops, I have to look on the map, but maybe loops down here in the valley. Oh, it's a 4-mile loop for the Juniper Draw Loop. The Miller Point overlook that heads out here, that leads this way. You can see the trail down there. That's going to meet up with the other road. Remember I said that there's a second entrance to the north. Instead of turning in here at the visitor center to come to this section, if you keep driving, like I think it's 2 miles north, then that takes you to Miller's Point, I believe. But again, I've not been here, so a little speculation there, but it looks like that on the map. So we'll find out. So that's the trail there. Some really cool structures here. Look at that spire. That is really, really cool. This looks like a really big barbecue pit here. You get some serious barbecuing going on in this guy. Oh, let's check out this sign over here. I want to go back and look at that little spire. Ooh, so over here we have cathedral slots. So we have moon slots, number 1, then canyon slots, the canyon slot areas, that's number 2. And now there's cathedral slots. It almost looks like, see the sign of that? It looks like they took it from this. Look at that. Ooh, I gotta stop and take a photo of this first. It's been clear. There's the light dusting of clouds in the sky, just enough to add just that little extra oomph to the shot. That is real. Oops, sorry. Gotta cut off the top of it. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go a little wider there for you. That is really, really cool. Yeah, it's really neat with a little bit of clouds, just to add a little bit of interest in the sky. Let's go find where these cathedral slots are. Since we've done all the other ones, we might as well do this. From here, after we investigate these cathedral slots, we'll head back out of the park and head north to the other section. So again, another really cool angle there. Looks really cool, all in shadow too, huh? Kind of has a little bit of a blue tone as it reflects the blue off the sky. Cathedral slots, here we go. It's kind of a cool opening. I might have to do a video where I just put all the video from just the slot canyons all together in one video. Be kind of cool. Ooh, so it splits. Got left. Middle isn't anything, or the right. Let's go right. Right is right. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Another right, another left. That's interesting. They put a board up there. Wonder what that's for, or if it's an accident or on purpose. Let's go to the right again. And the right is a dead end. But let's look up. You know how I like looking up in these slots. It's kind of cool. This opens up or dead ends into a bigger area. Like an echo in here. Looking up, looking up, looking up, looking up. Not as cool as some of them. It's kind of neat looking up though, but that one isn't as cool as some of the ones we'd seen. All right, back this way. Because this is the right one. Now we're gonna have to go to the wrong one. I mean the left one. See if we can see how far. This looks very, very narrow opening there to get into it. But I can see it goes on, but gonna have to hold our breath, sucking our bellies here as we get in through here. Well, and now this one goes right and left. Well, we'll go to the right again. Right is right. Before we go any further, I see some cooler shapes up top. Well, that's kind of cool. That is really cool looking. And that's just a dead end. I should have known. Let's check it from this angle. Oh, that's cool. Looks like a woodpecker. That looks like a woodpecker. So this is the right. Now we'll come back to the left one. Very narrow, very, very narrow. Does that continue on? Oh man, I don't think I'm getting through that one. I don't think it goes on too much further, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'll stick my hand in here. But that is a little bit, talk about a narrow slot. That is a narrow slot. I am not getting in through that. But it looks like it might just dead end right there. Ooh, that looks like a fish. Got us a fish right there. These cathedral slots are really pretty cool. Getting some cool shapes. You can hear me scraping on the sides, rubbing on the sides. So you don't want to bring in too much gear when you're coming back in here. I have a water bottle and just one camera in this. Normally I have multiple cameras, but not this time. Gotta go sideways here. Sideways and baby steps to get through that one. All right. I've had so many rights and lefts and rights and lefts. I don't quite recall where I'm at anymore. I think this is the exit now. I mean, I know it's heading out, but wasn't sure if there was another side canyon or side slot to take, but I guess not. This is it. We're back out here. What? Oh man, look at that. I've got to take a photo like this. Well, I'm going to go back in and actually take a few more photos inside the slot since I didn't take any while we were videoing. And from here, we're going to head back out. So the next time I start the video, I believe will be when we get to the Miller's Point area off of the other side road. So see you in a few minutes. Here we're coming up to the turnoff, and I guessed correctly. It is Miller Point Scenic Overlook. So I did guess right. It's on our left. Chains or snow tires required when flashing. So just a heads up, looks like they can get snow back here. There we go, Miller Point Scenic Overlook, Cathedral Gorge State Park. Oh, we're looking straight into the sun. I can't even see the video camera anymore. This is going to be a short little road if the map was correct. Oh, there's a little pull out for a fee area. That's what's to the right. Let's back up quick. There was a sign there. Might as well see what it is while we're here. Looks like a trail. So this is Eagle Point Trail. So that's Eagle Point Trail going that direction. That'd be cool if they have eagles out here. They must have at some point since it's called Eagle Point. And here we come. This is it. Looks like some restrooms here, some more picnic areas. Looks like they have a little overlook built right there. Let me turn around. I don't want to park in this area. I'll go back over here and park. And then we will explore some more. So I'll be back in just a second. Let's walk along the edge a little bit and see what we can see from here. Oh, this is really kind of neat. That is really kind of really cool. Thinking they want us to stay up here because there's a fence right here, so we can't go any further that way. The Miller Point Trail came this way. That's kind of nice. Look at, they have raked this. Very nice. Maybe put my footprints in it though. Yeah, there we are. There's my selfie. I don't know if you can see me waving. I'm waving there. That might be like one huge long slot canyon going all the way through there, huh? It's definitely a canyon down in there. Some really cool views here. That's for sure. Let's see what's at the end here. And let's check out the sign. Miller's Point. That makes more sense, Miller's Point, but the road said Miller Point without the apostrophe S. It's named by the Union Pacific Masonic Club, February 22nd, 1935, dedicated by St. John Lodge, number 18, F and AM, August 18th, 1935, Cathedral Gorge. Named by Mrs. W.S. Godby, 1894. Oh, Cathedral Gorge. Okay, that's there. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I didn't know this history. I was wondering about that. So Cathedral Gorge was named by Mrs. W.S. Godby, 1894. Designated a state park by Governor James, or Jas. Sometimes they abbreviated James as JAS. G. Strongham, 1926, created a state park by the Nevada legislature in 1935. Some really cool views up here. So this is a nice, cool overlook. And there's some stairs. So there's part of the overlook's over there. There's a little outskirt of it right there. But what we're interested in is this right here. I love stairs. I love being able to go up and down stairs. So let's walk down here and we'll head out over to there. That's our destination. It looks like a couple small little railings right there, and that's the end where we're gonna go. I wonder if the trail from we were at Cathedral Slots, that Miller Point trail, I wonder if it comes up through here. It looks like that would be a really fun trail to take sometime. I just don't have time today. I actually thought I was gonna only spend about 2 hours here, just kind of real quickly, just kind of explore, just get an idea, a little scouting. But it's been like 5 hours and I'm still here. This is really neat. Well, I'm liking that. Isn't that just so cool how it just erodes down like that? Can hear some traffic on US 93. It's just on the other side of the hillside there. This part kind of reminds me of Bryce Canyon a little bit, Bryce Canyon National Park. That is really, really neat looking. I need to take a photo before we go any further. Just in case the light changes as it's getting lower. I was gonna wait, but I better take some photos now, because the light, if you can see there, the sun is just about to go below that ridge. Walk back here and take a couple more photos before we go, because I don't know if you saw in the video camera, or in the video, but it looks like the trail goes down further, and it does meet up with the trail from the cathedral slots. So we'll walk down a little bit further. This is really neat. Yeah, as a photographer, you got to really watch the light when it's getting lower like this, because things will just disappear like so fast as the sun gets lower. It's amazing how the sun can seem like it takes forever to get across the sky, but when it gets closer to sunset, it's like it goes into turbo mode and moves really fast. So the trail leads us here. Got some wooden steps here. Wonder how old these wooden steps are. Most of the other stuff looks really modern, like they've just fixed up some of the infrastructure here, but these could be older. This is really so cool. So this is the Miller's Point area. Well, let's go. Got the stairs right there to the left, but this looks like the last spot that we can get as far as the overlook goes. Right here, this is going to dead end right here, and we'll go right to the end of it. Yep. So there's the trail going off. You can see it winding off through there. That actually, like right there, would make a really cool photo. Super neat. So let me take one. There's the stairs right there. Oh, there's somebody way up there. Some other people pulled up here. Well, let's walk down. I want to get to the very, very bottom and then look up. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Don't you think? Yeah, I wasn't sure how far I was going to go. I'm still actually not going very far, but I did bring my water bottle with me just in case. Because you just never know sometimes, right? When you're out exploring. So it's always good to be prepared. It's kind of a neat photo there too. The trail off to the left. That is really, really neat. Let me back up just a little bit. Not too far though. Gotta watch that backing up part. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Wait, let's go back for a second. I think we need a photo here. Those clouds there, that's like really cool. Actually, let me zoom in on one a little bit and then I'll switch back and let you guys zoom in. Here's what I spotted. Look at that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 holes in that rock. Little mini, not arches, but little mini windows. So it looks cool. I was trying to photograph something like this. Let me try it again. I don't think I got quite like that. There we go. Now I got it on my camera as well. Yeah, that's really cool. So I wanted to go the other way, but it looks like a few people have walked this way. Do I see any footprints down in the canyon? So yeah, it's just a canyon. It's not a slot down there like I was saying earlier, like maybe it, like could it be? And the answer is no. It's just your normal kind of canyon where the water flows when it rains. We are almost down to the bottom. One small little bridge to get across this. And here we go. This is the trail that would lead back to Cathedral Slots. Looks pretty neat over there. Well, what a fun area this Cathedral Gorge State Park is. I don't know about you guys, but I really, really enjoyed it. I'm gonna come back again. I'll come back and maybe when there's gonna be a few more clouds, or if I want to do the Milky Way here, I don't want any clouds because I don't want clouds then, but I think I want to come back. So if you're in Nevada, you got a little spare time out of Las Vegas, you just head up on US 93. It's about 2.5 hours from Las Vegas, I believe. Or you can head west from Cedar City. It was like 1 hour and 20 minutes to get here. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. Help me to continue to grow. The channel is growing. It's growing slowly, but it is continuing to grow. And it'll continue to grow by you hitting the subscribe button and also clicking like and even leaving a comment. All of that helps. So really appreciate that. So check out the rest of the videos on the channel. That would also be really, really awesome. And come back again because I really enjoyed sharing this video with you guys. So once again, thank you so much. And until next time, we'll see you.